Alright, you know you're not allowed to come in because COVID and all that stuff.
Just to the office, or I'm not going in. You want me to go to the office?
No, they said you're not even allowed to come in.
Okay. Well, I just want to know what time to be expected to come back. So tell
12:15 to 12:30, I think.
All right. Okay. Give them my number and tell them to text me when you're ready.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper is a crazy man, and he's talking about the skin-colored clown.
How you doing?
Survival. What does it mean to survive? To be alive?
Kumusta mga chongma chain?
I was diagnosed because being alive isn't just surviving. Being alive means to thrive, to progress, to be lucid, and keep trekking up this mountain we call life.
It's what life's all about.
I've been at this point in my life where simply surviving was all I needed to do.
How'd I do?
Yeah, as far as I know. We don't have your report up yet, so we'll see what the doctor says.
But I couldn't just survive without moving forward because stagnancy would have left me for dead.
We actually did 2 exercises. Like I always say, you don't always feel good, but when you do, you gotta take full advantage of it.
I wanted to stop, but I was getting tired. I looked over, I was like, all right, he has cancer. I gotta keep going. I can't stop.
It's a lot easier to maintain momentum than to initiate it. Like a car going uphill, the moment you stop, it takes a lot more fuel and energy to get the car going again, as compared to constant motion. And once you do stop, you create the possibility of rolling backwards and going downhill. Negativity is like a black hole, and once you fall into it, you fall farther and farther until it feels like there's no way of getting out.
Because the hardest part of all this is when your mind starts to wander off and you start to think about, what if I could have done this? You have to block all those negative thoughts out. You can't, no.
I had to keep pushing forward in order to stay alive. And even though I'm referring to an extreme situation I was put in, I've come to realize that this statement remains true up until today, even in my normal everyday life. I don't fear death, but I fear not to live fully. If I'm not constantly challenging myself and taking one step forward, then I'll leave myself in a vulnerable position in which I find myself moving backwards with the tendency of hiding. And once I take that step back and decide to be complacent, I'll always be wondering, how far could I have gone? And I'll never know what I could have amounted to, something that could have been great.
Even if I'm an idiot, I'm an award-winning idiot now. So thank you everyone so much. We made it, man!
The key to living is not to just survive, it's to thrive. But how do we find the ability to thrive?
Experience equals growth. Growth equals development. Development leads to optimization. And that's how you reach your maximum potential.
That's what this is all about. That's what it means to optimize, to go above and beyond. This is where we find our superhuman.
Bye-bye, man.
I will see you soon, okay? Take care. Safe trip, ingat. Don't miss your flight.
Okay, ingat.
Bye-bye.
Chaos. Let's do it.
Another day, another flight. Time to head back home once again. What the? What is this? They got a Bruce Lee convention going on at the airport or what? Dang, there's a lot of people flying right now. Must be going back to get vaccinated. Well, cue the 14-hour session of self-introspection. Whenever I go home, I usually get all introspective about life. I start to think about the bigger picture beyond myself. I dig deep and reevaluate my purpose. It always comes back to health. Green tea, the healthiest liquid on planet Earth that has more proven anti-cancer, anti-disease benefits than any other drink. I'll take 2. Airplane food? No thanks. I'll use this time to incorporate my monthly 24-hour fast where I let my digestive system rest and boost my immune system through autophagy. The reason these thoughts start to creep in is because whenever I go home, it's back to reality. Another type of reality. Not necessarily good or bad, just reality. Things I have to do to keep on living. Quite literally.
Light of sweat and tears. Let's go. Come with me. I can show you how to start to find your way. I like the old-fashioned way. Give me that sweet love. Let's warm up in kisses. Oh, you are the love. Milky Way. Circle breaks, we find a new day. And strangers we know become husbands. Every dance has its pace. Interlace.
Thank you, thank you.
I love your stuff, man.
Thank you so much.
Who drove?
He's a fan of you.
Fans. Everywhere I go.
One day. I like the old-fashioned way.
I feel good. First minute is cold, but I feel all right now.
What qualifies me to give advice to others on how they should go about their daily life? I mean, why would anyone want to listen to me in particular? What information can I provide that can help others live a better life? A more meaningful, fulfilling, and adventurous life? This is a rhetorical question. Well, kind of, because I'm talking to myself, but I'll answer my own question. It's a simple question, but it comes with a complicated answer. And for me to give the right answer, I can't just simply say it in one sentence, not even 2 or 3. I gotta dig deep, look inwards, and confront myself. I have to close my eyes and turn back the clock. I have to relive some of the most intense moments that I have experienced. Moments that I've archived in the back of my mind, which I haven't touched in years. It's like waking up a sleeping dragon that breathes a firestorm of emotions and vivid memories. Now, why must I disturb this sleeping dragon while everything is so calm? And why bring back these moments of extremity, many of them negative, some even traumatic? It's because these are the moments that shaped me and ultimately formed who I am. Moments of catharsis, moments of triumph, moments of darkness, despair, a place that absolutely terrifies me.
Just been painfully waiting for the pathology results where they just analyze everything that they took out of me.
It gives me goosebumps having to go back into that state of mind.
I don't know what's next.
I know I'm not the only one that has been through that dark place, and in order for me to help others get out of that black hole that they keep sinking into, I have to tell them how to get out, how I got out. And if you are one of those people who have never fell down that black hole and have yet to experience it, then the least I can do is help you avoid going there. So going back to the question, why should you listen to me? My answer is my story.
Take us to the dark places you said there were periods you were when the doctor found something.
Stinyawa. Inutil talaga ako dito. Nahirapan pa ako magbukas ng kahon. Paano ko mag-aayos nito? Daming trabaho. Back in 2017, when I had to go through everything I went through, I think is when I became a health freak. Now, growing up, I'd always been a health enthusiast into fitness, nutrition, all that stuff. But I think I really graduated from enthusiast to freak after that whole scare. So up until today, I'm always trying to look for ways to improve my overall health, physically, mentally, whether it's devices that I can buy or whether it's through mental practices or exercises. But in terms of physical, I think one of my biggest aches and pains has been my back, which is probably the majority of the country. And this is easily the best thing I've ever purchased in my entire life that has really improved my back pain and my daily quality of living, which I would definitely recommend this to anyone out there who sits long hours per day, because this is the best way to really decompress your spine. However, I do understand this is not the cheapest option out there, nor space efficient. It does fold up, but still. So I just got something that's smaller, a little more affordable, but has the same benefits for decompressing your spine and improving your back pain. But I have no idea how to put this all together. I'll just wait for my dad to wake up and do it all because he's an engineer and that's what engineers do. Unfortunately, I'm just an idiot who likes to make videos. But I'm an award-winning idiot, so at least I have that. Dad.
Yo.
Can you help me set up that teeter thing?
Yeah, I can do that in about 5 minutes.
Yes. Well, what if you're 100% sure this is right?
Hey, Will. Don't screw up.
Pull it out. I'm taking off.
All right.
Put the tools away, kid.
Goodbye.
Thanks for the help.
Goodbye. Dami mong pati tiwa-tiwarik na gadget, but tama na isa. Tiwarik ka ng tiwarik. Alam mo yung tiwarik? Para kang nasisiraan ng tuktok. Totoo naman. Totoo naman sinasabi ko. Totoo yung sinasabi ko. Para ka nasisiraan ng tuktok. Yan tawag dyan, fuchsia.
Dami mong sinasabi na.
Kausap ko itong mga halaman. Kinakausap ko yung mga halaman ko. Kung ayaw mo kong kausapin, itong halaman ko kakausapin ko.
We have to test the weight. Okay. Go hang from this.
Baka ito bumagsak sa akin.
Go hang. Okay lang? You're hanging? Good job. It works, bullet.
Nakakatakot, baka bumagsak.
You know, I'd say the number one goal for me in what I do is to influence you, the viewer, to live a longer, healthier, and better life. Now, at times I can be silly, try to make you laugh, maybe tell some entertaining stories, but ultimately, everything comes back to the advocacy of healthy living. Which is why I share with you some of these quirky products that I get and the unusual exercises that I do. But all these things have allowed me to live with a lot less pain and a stronger body. So if you want to maintain a strong spine, improve your back health, and prevent physical ailments throughout your body over time, this is at the top of my list, along with the inversion table. I emailed the company who makes this product and requested for a 10% discount for all my viewers, and they agreed to put that up for the entire month. So if you want to get an inversion table or these gravity boots with that pull-up rack or anything from the Teeter website in general, just click the custom link below and use the code LIVEBETTER when purchasing a product and you'll get 10% off. Again, inversion is super healthy for you, aka just being upside down, especially if you're an athlete or someone who exercises and needs to recover. And I think it's an easy thing you can integrate in your daily life. I do this for about 5 to 10 minutes a day, and while I do my inversion, I also work on my breath, and then I also listen to a podcast, so I get all three of those things in one. listening to all these health podcasts is how I find all this information on longevity and self-development and ways to improve my health, kill two birds in one stone, and learn while at the same time improving your back health. Forgot to mention, if you already have a pull-up rack or if there's like an outdoor playground or pull-up area near you, all you need are the boots. You don't need to buy a pull-up rack necessarily, but it is definitely helpful.
What did you guys bring home for me? Wings, food, gifts? Dad, I filled your car. I didn't leave the gas tank empty for coming home, okay?
Why are you vlogging right now?
Why are you vlogging my vlogging right now?
You don't want to know why I'm vlogging right now.
Oh no. What did we find out? Oh, no.
Dude,
We're gonna have
you're not gonna believe it.
what? What? Seriously? Seriously? Wait, what are we gonna do about it?
Sometimes it takes a near-death experience to find out who you really are, what you are really made of. This wrestling match with death can be either physical or mental, or it can be both. January 18th, 2018.
What's up, everyone? I didn't want to just vanish away and not let you guys know what's up, so I'm probably going to be gone for a week or so off YouTube because I'm going to be in the hospital. I got surgery, and basically they're just going to cut out a piece of my large intestine wherever.
At this point in my journey, I just finished my last cycle of chemotherapy, and I thought my most difficult days were behind me.
That was honestly one of the toughest things I've ever done, just like mentally. Oh, man.
But little did I know I had what would be the toughest week of my life coming up in just a few hours.
It's my first surgery.
I grew up playing contact sports, including American football. I broke my nose playing basketball. I did crazy stunts with my friends dirt biking, and I crashed and hurt myself snowboarding many times, yet I never had to go under or experience surgery, so this moment was pretty scary for me, mostly because, for one, it's something I'd never done before, but two, the doctors had just explained to me the procedure and everything that could go wrong.
I have a bit of a swollen face.
Yeah, you were quite red all down here, and over here you were like blotchy red. So it's getting better. With your stomach, it just takes a little time to calm down.
Okay. Which is a normal thing for them to do, but, you know, hearing that there's a chance you can die, or what happens in the case of an infection and all the possible negative outcomes, it's a terrifying moment. And all I was thinking was, I just hope to wake up. I just want to be alive and see the faces of my parents and my sister, who had been staying with me all day in the hospital and spent almost every day with me.
You never know how hard it's going to hit you until someone really close to you has to go through all that stuff. And the good thing is we have a squad, a family to go through that. It'll just never get easy.
You know, fighting with me and seeing through everything that I went through.
Earlier I was vomiting. I don't know, I just woke up throwing up. This is a weird feeling. It's one of the side effects.
This was the last big thing I had to go through to complete this chapter of my life, and it came down to this.
Bro, I'm alive. I'm alive.
Well, I made it. Obviously, or else I wouldn't be telling the story right now, but yeah, after a 16-hour surgery, I finally woke up, and I was ecstatic to be alive.
We made it, fam.
I was also very high on drugs, adding to my eccentric enthusiasm.
Yeah, I don't have any pain whatsoever. It's just hard to open my eyes. We made it, bro. Up here, Dad. Up here.
My true emotions may not be that obvious due to my altered state under the influence of the anesthesia, but I remember this moment being one of the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. I was bursting with joy, and I was at my highest point. No pun intended. However, this point of feeling so good would be followed by the most excruciating pain I had ever felt in my entire life. A pain that I didn't know existed. It was probably 3 a.m. and it was pitch black. I lay there in the bed, not able to move, barely able to speak. All I could do was moan and grunt. This grunting quickly manifested into yelling and then crying. I didn't know where I was or what was going on. All I knew was that I was in complete pain from my head to my toes. Every part of my body just hurt. My arms, legs, stomach, back, everything. And on top of that, I was confused because I couldn't make out where I was. The lights turned on, and I remember seeing my mom hovering over me calling for help. She was yelling for morphine, but no one was coming, and I could see the horror in her eyes looking down upon my helpless self, just sobbing in agony. Now, I have no idea what death feels like, but if I had to pull from experience, this is the feeling I would refer to. This is the closest I ever felt to physical death. Whether I was actually dying or not, I don't think I nor many could last an entire day in this type of condition. The pain, let alone a few hours. A nurse eventually arrived and shot me up with 2 cocktails of morphine.
1, 2. Got it.
Which instantly turned my pain into a magical euphoria where all of a sudden I felt like I was floating and my entire body, through my fingers into my bones, was having some sort of a non-sexual orgasm. I apologize if that sounds vulgar, but it's the only way I can describe it. Full-on physical euphoria on every single part of my body. After that, I can totally understand why people get addicted to drugs, because that was a unique experience. So, if I had to choose one moment, I'd say that was my closest instantaneous encounter to the sensation of a physical death.
But certainly the read would be there would be no need for any further treatment. It would just, at this point you would be under surveillance. They'd be kind of checking you for any recurrence. Does that make sense?
Now, as horrible as that experience may have sounded, the mental and spiritual death is more significant in today's story and most likely more relatable. However, all these different forms of pain will come into play with each other as we continue to investigate how these moments of darkness can create light. That was just one of the many physical struggles I've had to bear, along with chemo and what I faced the following month after surgery, but ultimately, the conglomerate of all of these aching events are part of the final recipe that made me who I am today.
I hope you celebrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great news. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Yay. Okay.
I think we could close this chapter
I think it's over. Yeah.
So we are coming up on 3 years now since I was declared completely clean of the disease, and just given a few clear scans and a successful colonoscopy, then after that life can resume back to normal. And then we can close this chapter until next year, where we have to do this all over again. But again, c'est la vie, that's life, and the adventure continues. Keep moving.
There it is.
Imagine this is $200.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Oh, you just drink that? Yeah. Okay.
Sweet, easy. Give them my number and tell them to text me when you're ready.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have fun.
Yeah. chapter closes, a new one opens. And at the time, I thought that I had finished the book, so to speak. But yeah, I'd come to realize that this isn't any short book, and this is a lifelong novel filled with hundreds of chapters, endless battles, and a continuous storyline of adventure. Fear, courage, trials, tribulations, imbalance, peace, stress. These are all things that are a part of life. Nothing more, nothing less. Nevertheless, we shall progress. God bless, that all rhymed. But the point being is, no matter what happens, we continue to move forward. Well, if you made it this far, thank you. This was a very long one, as they tend to be here on the main channel. Subscribe to the main channel if you are not yet subscribed here, because most of my vlogs from the past year have been on my vlog channel and the podcast. All those VO sequences from this vlog were completely just ripped out from my podcast. And, you know, I tried to intertwine that with the present day of what I'm dealing with now, because the whole process and whenever I go through this, it takes me back to the battlegrounds, literally, of where this all happened, and also mentally and emotionally deep inside of me. So if you want to listen to the full story that I was trying to tell here, that is episode 2, which I will link in the description below. Check out my podcast if you are all about trying to optimize your life and trying to find that confidence to take it to the next level, to find a meaningful way of living that's fulfilling, that gives you purpose, ways to better improve your nutrition, your fitness, exercises, everything. That's essentially what Superhuman is all about, and why I've taken a lot of time away from the vlog, because, you know, this is what I am passionate about right now. And again, like I said previously, I just want to influence people in any way whatsoever to increase their quality of living and their length of living put together. I will make a part 2 of this video. It was really long, so I just cut it in 2. So that'll be out in a couple days from now. And merch. Merch is almost completely stocked in both the Philippines, but if you're in US, Canada, or other countries, just DM my mom or Chong and Chongo on Instagram and pre-order before they're all sold out. These beanies, the beanies are already sold out, so apologize for that, but I think most other things are stocked. Giveaway. I just found another Realme watch, so thank you Realme for second surprise for this smartwatch. This thing will really improve your health. These things are so good for you. Follow me on Instagram and like my latest video that I just posted, and leave a comment on that video. Live better, and we will send out the giveaway to one of you guys who commented. Stay healthy, everyone.